The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. His third rushing touchdown on the year and fourth overall. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. 180. Go, go, go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
11, 11, 11.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go. 180. 180.
Burrow will throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. DJ Reader coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Play action. It's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Moss. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Burrow. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Big 13. 11.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Zach Moss, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Gaines finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
12.
They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Gaines, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Albert O, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
11 MT.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down with Moss. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Check 55, come on. Check 55, come on. 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 180. Nice up. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Burrow. Being chased out left. He'll dump that one off to Moss, complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm one, right? Check 55, come on. Let's go, man. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 11. Quit talking about it.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway from the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
11 MT. Here I come again. Check 11. 12. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield now, Burrow. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11. Here we go.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gaines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Gaines. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, run through the post, and this thing could be over. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
11 Thomas.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. Undercrush. 11.
On 2nd down, it's Moss. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go. Stop. 180. 180.
Throwing. Burrow.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Rolling to his right, and he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To throw, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
56 to mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here's Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward?
And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Moss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from 55 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being